ain't afraid of no ghosts. Well, actually, I'll be honest with you, they scare the shit out of me. Are you guys uneased by the undead?
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Ain't afraid of no ghosts. And him, I mean Stefano and Matthias from the Android Me. After viewing, nay, experiencing them perform the Ghostbusters theme at the Bovine Sex Club last year, I knew I was among lifelong fans of the franchise as well. And I have this I want to ask. What were your thoughts on Afterlife?
I actually enjoyed it for what it was. I love the continuation of the entire series, all that. I kind of prefer Afterlife over this new Frozen Empire.
Seems to be a theme.
Letting the cat out of the bag. A little too early, my friend.
We're going all in right away.
All in right away. Afterlife? Yeah, you know what? I thought it was fun. It was a great way to introduce new characters, but still maintain
Podcast?
Correct, absolutely, and a fun character. But with the passing of Ramus, I think they did a fun kind of, a fun way of bringing him back without having him say a word.
Yeah,
and animating him with CGI.
Attribute that it wasn't like too offensive to his memory.
No.
I thought it lifted his memory, and it was a good kind of like to him.
I thought it was too. I mean, I still was hoping he'd say something profound. But,
well, speaking of profound, what do you think about that thing from 2016? Yeah, oh, okay.
Right.
That's all the response I needed for that. That was then. But now, we've gotten together at the Colossus Theater for Frozen Empire. With our Slimer buckets, of course.
Oh. Of course!
It begins in 1904 New York with probably the most chilling scene I have ever seen in a Ghostbusters movie, in where firefighters find over 30 people frozen to death inside a gentleman's club, with the only survivor being a woman clad in armor holding a mysterious orb. In the present day, the Ghostbusters are back, baby! Every single main character from Afterlife returns, and now residing in the iconic firehouse in New York. They all just uprooted their lives from Somerville to continue the ghost-busting business. And business is good. Until it isn't, because another returns, that in the form of Walter Peck. That's right, Walter Peck is back, baby! As the mayor, and still a dick, he tries to shut them down and continue his business of being the biggest dick in movie history. Who do you think is the biggest dick in movie history?
movie history.
Yeah.
Character or a real person?
Character.
That is a tough question.
Yeah, stumble upon that one.
Emperor Palpatine?
Good. Who do you think is the biggest dick in movie history? Let us know in the comments below. I wasn't sure how long this takes place after Afterlife, because now they're all working alongside the OG GBs, who were thankfully more than just a cameo in this movie.
Yes.
Oh, no. Yes. The Ghostbusters now have a full company with different sanctions, like a full research IT team and an HR department. Race Dance and Podcast are collecting cursed objects, while Trevor, Gary, Kaylee, and Phoebe are busting ghosts, while leaving behind just an array of property damage. That's where Walter Peck comes in. Kamal Nanjiani plays Nadim. He brings this mysterious orb in to them, and all hell freezes over from there. The writing's very hit or miss for me, with, of course, Paul Rudd supplying the most memorable comedic moments, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
Of course!
It's saying something when you are sharing the screen with the likes of Bill Murray. Yeah. But I did feel as though he carried the movie.
Paul?
Yeah, Paul. I think Paul Rudd was like the lift of the movie. If Paul Rudd wasn't there, the movie would have been...
and Paul Rudd carried a lot of the movie. I mean, it's really hard to kind of re-experience a lot of the OG characters, and to see these guys after so many years kind of play them as more than, like you said, just a cameo. It was still great, obviously, but it felt different. I feel like they either overplayed their characters or underplayed them. I can't figure out which it is.
A mystery, indeed. What do you think?
But fun. But I still, really enjoyed it.
What was like the peak of the movie for you? What really made the movie happen for you?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I really like the comedic aspect of the character Kunjal or what?
Nadim.
Yeah, that he's playing.
Yeah.
I love that. I guess quirkiness from him.
Yeah.
That's my most memorable thing of the entire thing. All his scenes.
Without going into too much spoilers, I love the actor. I think his character could have been cut out completely. I mean, I can't go into spoilers here. I can't go say like the Fire Slayer, whatever his name was, the Fire Master. But I think
I agree actually with you more than you in this case. Oddly enough, I could also have done without him.
He could have just been the guy who brought the orb.
He absolutely does bring that extra kind of comedic relief. And his scenes are definitely memorable. Like, that's to be said.
But going back to Paul Rudd, I'm seriously convinced that any script Paul Rudd touches becomes instantly hilarious and charming. Charming, yes. Yeah. Then there was actors like Finn Wolfhard, who just seemed, uninterested and kind of just tossed in because they needed lines. And then on the effects side, sometimes the effects were great. Like Slimer and Goraka. Yeah. P.S. Slimer's back, baby! But then there were the character designs that just seemed mid, like we were talking about, like Melody. In this case, who came off more like Melody. I enjoyed how the setting was brought back to New York, and I swear the third act just became like a saturated superhero movie. With a sky beam and everything. That's right, sky beams are back, baby. Although I'll say this, Ghostbusters was kind of like what made sky beams happen in the first place. So what were your overall thoughts on Ghostbusters Frozen Empire? What do you want to say about this movie? No spoilers. That you want people to know.
Well, I think it does bring it kind of back home. And I think that's what gives the movie its biggest boost. It's back in New York, so now the setting plays an important part as one of the most important characters of the film, which Afterlife was missing, right?
Somerville.
What?
That's Somerville.
Yeah. I mean, once again, it was necessary to kind of like introduce new characters, and then they bring it back home, which is fantastic. It's almost like they planned it this way. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But whatever the flaws of the story, plot holes, at the end of the day, it's a fun movie. It's fun for bridging the gap between generations. People of our generation bringing their kids to see this movie. I think it's great. I think it's never going to be perfect. There's a million things I'm sure we could kind of bitch about, but
makes people want to go back and watch the original.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How about you?
All right, well, ditto. No, but to add to that, again, I did enjoy it. I actually saw it again.
You watched it again?
Yeah, I watched it with my dad.
How was it a second time around?
Again, I enjoyed it. I didn't fall asleep, so that's a good thing. I did enjoy it. It is banking on what Stefan was saying, that bringing new audience to it. That is a perfect movie, because I guess nowadays the old one is a little too out there.
There was no ghost blowjob scenes in this one.
Exactly. But you know what? I'd probably buy it. I am. But the only thing is, I wish Louis Tully would come back.
Oh yeah, Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
They had an opening for him. I mean, spoilers, sorry. They put in the library ghost. Why couldn't they bring back Louis?
Well, in terms of what, like CGIing him back?
Well,
wait, is Rick Moranis still alive?
Yeah.
Rick Moranis is still alive.
He's retired from.
Oh, true. I wish it were a 10. I do. I wanted to give it a 9, but Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, it just felt like an 8 to me. Yeah, felt more like an 8 for me.
Good. You think about it?
Well, how about you? What would you rate Ghostbusters Frozen Empire out of 10?
7.5, 8. It's gonna be in that. You know, it was a lot of fun. The nostalgia, just. I mean, I'm a sucker for nostalgia. So, yeah, for sure. 7.5,
Sucks that
8.
nostalgia.
Yeah, I'm a sucker.
I'll be generous and I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
But I'm pretty picky, so.
We got a general consensus happening right here. The Android meme is back, baby! This shirt, you dig it? Yeah. You can buy it right now on the website, www.androidmeme.com. Listen to their new single, Window, on Spotify and all... Yes, on all major music platforms. Like and subscribe and stay tuned for more movie reviews, exclusive interviews, and more on the Dr. T Show.
We are the Android meme, and bustin' makes us feel good.
Yeah!